And as I told you in the last lecture, we're going to start with the acceleration analysis right now. So we'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll start with the lecture. Okay, so I think we can start with today's lecture. Just give me a moment. I think I've presented my screen, so anybody can reply in the chat box whether it is visible or not. Remember, today's lecture is very important because we are going to discuss about the acceleration, right? The graphical method for the acceleration. Till now, we have gone through the velocity diagram, right? Now we are going to see the numericals in which we have to draw the velocity diagram as well as the acceleration diagram. Yes, one of the students is saying it is not visible. Anybody else who can confirm whether the screen is visible or not?
Sir, not visible.
Not visible. Okay, so I will stop the screen and again I will start presenting it. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I think it's visible now. Please reply. Okay, thank you so much. Now we'll discuss about this numerical which we left in the last lecture for the calculation for the homework purpose, right? So we'll discuss about the answers and then we'll move forward, right? So I think you might have taken the screenshot of this numerical in the last lecture, and you had also practiced, I think, this numerical in your drawing books. So just quickly take these answers for your reference. Take this screenshot of the screen. So in this numerical, it was asked to find the linear velocity of the slider D and the angular velocity of the link BD, right? When the crank is inclined at an angle of 75 degrees to the vertical, right? So these are the answers. You can take the screenshot. Angular velocity of the link BD, we are getting it as 336.96 radian per second, and the velocity of the slider is VD, which is the vector OD in the velocity diagram. We are getting it as 1.6 meter per second, right? So take the screenshot of this and cross check your answers. Okay, so I think we are finished with the taking the screenshot. Now we can move to the next part, right? So here we are going to discuss about the acceleration diagram, right? And on this screen you can see I have shown two figures. This is the first one and this is the second one, right? So both the figures are related to the rigid link AB, right? And you can remember this, we have taken this example when we were discussing about the velocity diagram. We had considered this rigid link AB to draw the velocity diagram. The same rigid link AB we are going to use again, and we'll use this for the acceleration diagram. Right here you can see the link AB is shown over here, which is rotating with angular velocity omega and the angular acceleration alpha you can see over here. Right? It is rotating in the anticlockwise direction, right? So why I have taken this velocity or this link, rigid link AB? Because here we are going to compare the difference between the velocity diagram and the acceleration diagram, right? So you can understand very well what is the difference between the velocity and acceleration diagram. But before starting with this acceleration diagram, just we'll go to the terms which we had discussed in the previous lectures. So as I told you that whenever there is the change in the magnitude and the direction of the velocity at a particular instant, there will be two components of acceleration associated with it, right? So the first component of the acceleration will be the centripetal, or it is called as the radial acceleration, and it is denoted by A like this. Okay, so this R is nothing but radial. In some of the books, you can find this as the centripetal acceleration, right? So this R can be replaced by C, right? So it depends upon you, how you take it, right? So R is nothing but here a radial acceleration, or it can also be considered as the centripetal acceleration, right? And second acceleration term is the tangential acceleration, which is AT to BA. Right, so this T is nothing but the tangential acceleration. T denotes tangential over here, and in the above, R denotes the radial over there. Right, so there are two acceleration terms whenever there is the change in the magnitude and the direction of the velocity at a particular instant. One is the centripetal acceleration or the radial acceleration, and the second one is the tangential acceleration. Right, we have also derived the formula related to this two components of acceleration. For example, centripetal or radial acceleration is given by v square upon r, and tangential acceleration is given by r alpha, right? R alpha. So very, very important problems, very important formulas that we are going to use in the numericals, right? We had also seen two special cases. The first special case was when the input link or the crank is rotating with the uniform velocity, right? Uniform angular velocity, right? In this case, what happens? Your alpha here, alpha, when omega is uniform, then we can get alpha equals to 0. So in that case, what happens? The tangential acceleration becomes 0, right? And one more case we had seen, that when the body is having a straight line motion, right? If a body is having a straight line motion, and here what happens? The r is infinity over here. So in this case, what is going to happen? Centripetal acceleration will be equals to 0, right? So let me take you back to that slide so you will understand clearly. So just give me a moment. We'll go back to that slide. Yes. So this was the slide that I was talking about. So here, two cases we had seen. The displacement of the particle takes place along a straight line path, then r is infinitely great, right? So it tends to infinity now. So fc, which is here the centripetal acceleration, v square upon r, right? So here it will be 0, right? And we know that the total acceleration is given by fc plus ft, right? So this is the total acceleration. So if your centripetal acceleration is 0 over here, so the total acceleration will be equals to tangential acceleration in this case 1, right? In the case 2, if the circular motion, there is a circular motion with uniform angular velocity, that is omega equals to constant, alpha will be equals to 0, and your tangential acceleration will be 0, right? So the total acceleration will be equals to here. The total acceleration will be equals to fc in this case, second case, and in the first case, total acceleration will be equals to ft, right? So these are the two cases based on the two conditions that we had, right? So you have to remember this thing also. So two acceleration component, tangential and the centripetal. And one more thing, it is related to the direction, right? So if you can see over here, or we had already discussed that the centripetal acceleration, if I consider any link AB over here, right? Any link AB over here. So if I want to denote the centripetal acceleration for this link, it will be along the link. Remember, it will be along the link and it will be pointing towards the direction, right? Towards the A, because A will be your center of rotation, right? Center of rotation. Right? So centripetal acceleration, if you talk about the direction of the centripetal acceleration, it is always parallel to the link and it is directed towards the center of rotation, towards the center of rotation. So this was about the direction of the centripetal acceleration. And what about tangential acceleration? Tangential acceleration is always perpendicular to the link, is always perpendicular to the link, and it will be in the direction of rotation of the link, right? So here you can see about the direction. So centripetal, if you're talking about the centripetal acceleration, its direction will be parallel to link and towards the center of rotation, right? And if you're talking about the tangential acceleration, its direction will be perpendicular to the link, right? So two things you have to remember over here related to the magnitude and the direction, right? So when we are talking about acceleration, we should know that acceleration will be having two components. One is the centripetal and second is the tangential, right? Magnitude of centripetal acceleration is v square upon r. Magnitude of tangential acceleration is r alpha. Direction of centripetal acceleration is along the link and towards the center of rotation, and direction of the tangential acceleration is perpendicular to the link, right? So I think these things are very clear to everybody, right? Now what we'll do, we'll draw the velocity diagram and the acceleration diagram for this links, right? So to the left, I have taken one rigid link, to the right, I have taken one rigid link, right? So we'll try to draw the velocity diagram first, and then we'll draw the acceleration diagram for the given link, right? So when we start drawing the velocity diagram, okay, so I told you during the numericals that the very first step in the velocity diagram is to identify the fixed point, right? But here what is happening? We don't have any fixed point over here. We have a rigid link AB, right? Rigid link AB. And what we know, they have given us the velocity of the point A. And this is nothing but the absolute velocity over here. Similarly, absolute velocity of B, the direction of absolute velocity of B is also given, right? So what we know now, we'll assume that for the point A, we know the magnitude and direction. Both the things are known, right? But for point B, absolute velocity of the point B, we know the direction only. We don't know the magnitude, right? And VBA, here you can see, we know the direction, right? But magnitude is unknown. Direction will be always be perpendicular to the link, right? Direction will be always be perpendicular to the link, okay? So now, how to draw the velocity diagram? So I don't think there is any doubt remaining in your mind related to the velocity diagram, but still I will draw the velocity diagram. So first what I will do, I will take a point in a space, and that point I will consider as point O, right? Then what we need to do, we have to first draw the absolute velocities, because we know that absolute velocities are the velocities which are related to the fixed point, right? So I will try to draw first for the point A, and I will draw same, right, parallel to the direction which is shown in the figure. So this is my, right? So what is this? This is velocity of the point A, right? Velocity of the point A. Then what we'll do, we know now the absolute velocity of B also. The direction is already given, so we'll draw in that direction. And this is parallel to what is shown over here, right? But we don't know the magnitude over here. We only know the direction. So we will not get the point B. So as I told you, when we don't know the magnitude, we have to extend the line to the both the sides. Right? Don't know where we are going to get the point B. So extend it on the both the sides of the point O. Right? Now what I've done, I have drawn the velocity A, then I have drawn the direction for the velocity B. Now what is remaining? Remaining is relative velocity of B with respect to A. Right? Now we'll use our one of the trick. So velocity of B with respect to A. So when I write velocity of B with respect to A, I have 2 points B and A. And I told you that we have to start drawing the vector from that point which is available in the velocity diagram. So if you see, B is not available, but A is available, and the direction of velocity, relative velocity, will be perpendicular to the link, right? So we have to draw parallel to this line. So what I will do, I will go parallel to this line, and I will start from the A. Okay, so this will be like this. So we'll get a point over here. So intersecting point is to this side. So whatever unnecessary things are there, I'm going to erase that part. Right. So this side also and this side also. Okay, so what I got now, point B, right? So if I draw the arrow like this, so this is my velocity of B with respect to A. Okay, and this is my velocity of B. So this is my velocity diagram, right? So any doubt up till this, please reply in the chat box. Now we'll move on to the acceleration diagram. But before going through the acceleration diagram, please reply in the chat box. Any doubt in this? There should not be any doubt because I'm again telling the same thing that we had seen in the previous lectures. Yes, please, other students. Please reply in the chat box quickly. If there are very less replies in the chat box, I'm not going to move forward. Okay, now the thing is what we are going to discuss now. That will be the very important part. And if you know this, take it from me, you'll not have any problem in the numericals, right? So whatever I'm going to discuss now will be very, very important, right? So now we will target to this rigid body or a rigid link, I can say AB, right? And here already the directions for the accelerations are shown, right? For example, this is ARBA, right? So this is the radial component and we have the tangential component over here. And the direction we already know. You can see the red arrow which is shown over here, right? So this is the direction for the radial component of acceleration for the link AB, and this is the direction for the tangential component of the link AB, right? And you can see the direction. This tangential component is perpendicular to this link AB, and the radial component is along the link AB, right? So these things are very important to understand, right? Direction of the tangential and the radial component, right? Now to start, I will assume that I know the acceleration, absolute acceleration of the points of the point A. For example, it will be in this direction, right? And then I also know the direction of absolute direction of the point B, which will be in this direction. Okay. It was similar in the velocity diagram. If you look at the velocity diagram, you can see that absolute velocities for the 2 points were given, right? So first absolute velocity in the velocity diagram was this one, VA, and second was VB. Here also we are doing the same thing. Absolute acceleration of the point A and B are known, right? Now, so we'll start with the acceleration diagram now. So for that, what I'll do, I will consider any point O in the space. I will consider any point O in the space. So I will go over here. So this is my point O. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will first go for the absolute acceleration, right? That is the point A, for the point A. Right? So for this now we'll consider that we know the magnitude as well as the direction. We know the magnitude as well as the direction. Okay. And for the point B, we know the direction only and no magnitude is known. And for acceleration of B with respect to A, acceleration of B with respect to A, we know only the direction and we don't know the magnitude. So we are starting from the point A, and what I will do, I will draw a line Okay, so this is my point A now, right? And this is the acceleration of the point A, acceleration of the point A. Okay, so this is the first thing I'm going to do. And now I'm going to talk about the link AB now. So first what I considered the point A, that means acceleration of A with respect to some fixed point, right? So this was my absolute acceleration, but I'm going to talk now about A of BA, right? That means the acceleration of point B with respect to A, right? So we have three things in this. One is acceleration of B with respect to O, the acceleration of A with respect to O, and the acceleration of B with respect to O, right? These two things, we can draw it very easily in the acceleration diagram, but for this thing, that is acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So this is the relative acceleration. So for that, we need to do something, and what we are going to do, I will show you now. So let me go somewhat down. Okay, so now, as I told you now, we are going to talk about the acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So for this, the trick is I have point B and A with me, and I have to identify which point is available in the diagram. So I don't have point B, I have the point A. So I have to start from the point A, right? But we know that when we talk about the acceleration, that is acceleration of B with respect to A, right? In that case, I have two components, right? One is the radial and second one is the tangential component, right? Radial as well as the tangential component, right? So in this case, now what I will do, I will first draw the radial component, right, which is equals to V square upon R, right? So I've considered that I know the magnitude, right? I know the magnitude for this component, that is AR, that is equals to V square upon R, right? So what I will do, we know that now radial component of acceleration is parallel to the link. So if we are talking about the link AB, the direction of the radial component of acceleration will be parallel to the AB, right? But towards which it is going to go, right? So what I will do now, I will draw it in the diagram, right? So if you see in this diagram, we have a link AB over here, right? AB over here. And when I'm talking about the acceleration of B with respect to A, that is the radial acceleration, so its direction will be always be towards the point A, right? Because what I'm considering B with respect to A. That means I'm observing B from the point A, right? I'm observing B with respect to A. That means A will be the center of rotation for the B, right? So your arrow for the radial acceleration will always point towards the center of rotation, right? So here is the point A in the acceleration diagram now. So see now how I'm going to draw the component. So I'm going to go parallel to the link AB, right? And I'm going to denote this point as X, right? Why X, I will tell you later. So this is the point X, and what I will do, I will draw the arrow, right? And this is my acceleration that is the radial acceleration of B with respect to A, right? Now, this is the point X. I got this point X because I was knowing the magnitude of this radial acceleration, right? Next, what I need to do for A acceleration of B with respect to A, I have drawn the radial component of BA. Now, what is remaining? The tangential component of BA, right? Now, I know the tangential component of BA is perpendicular to the link, right? So, जो भी AB link होगा हमारा, tangential component will be perpendicular to that link. And in the acceleration diagram, I'm going to draw a line parallel to that line, right? So I will use some another color. So from here, I will draw a line, right? So from X, I will draw a line like this. I will extend it on both the sides because I don't know where I'm going to get a point. Okay, or somewhat to the right side I will take. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I will take this. Okay, so I've taken this on the both the sides, right? So now what is this? This is my direction for the tangential acceleration, right? Tangential acceleration, right? Now, what we are going to do now, we are going to go for the intersection point now, right? We are going to go for the intersection point, right? So this is my tangential acceleration now, right? And then I've drawn this for the tangential acceleration, and you can see this line is parallel to what is shown in the figure, right? It is not exactly parallel, so let me do one thing. Okay, so now we have finished with the radial component and tangential component of the AB. Now what we have finished, that we'll see. So I already told you that we have acceleration of A, we have acceleration of B, we have acceleration of A with respect to B, right? What we have finished now, we have finished drawing the acceleration of A, right? We have finished this. We have gone for AB. We have gone for AB over here. We have drawn the radial component as well as we have drawn the tangential component, right? Now what we'll do to get the point B, right? So we have to, from the point O, we have to draw a line which will be parallel to the acceleration of the P, right? So now the acceleration of B is already given in the direction is already given over there. So here I will show the direction. It was like this, right? It was like this. So I will try to draw with some other color. So we know that this is acceleration B. That means it will be respect to the fixed point, absolute acceleration of the point B. So from O to B, I will go and it will be parallel to this line, right? And I will somewhat extend this also. And here you can see now the intersection of these two lines. I'm going to get a point B over here. So this will be my point B. Okay. Now see what we have done. Okay. Now I will explain you again, right? So what we have done, we were having a link AB in which the absolute direction of the point A was given. The direction was given, absolute direction of the point B was given, and we had also drawn the relative acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So first what we did, we started with a fixed point O, right? We had taken a point O in this space, and then we drawn the absolute directions. So if you try to draw AB, absolute acceleration of A and absolute acceleration of B first, then it is also okay, right? So first what we had done, we have drawn the absolute acceleration of the point A. So this was our absolute acceleration. So from 0 to A, and this is denoting acceleration of A, right? Then what we did, we went on defining the tangential and radial component for the B with respect to A, right? That is acceleration of B with respect to A. So we started with the point A, right? So from point A, whether I need to go to this side or to this side. So this we can identify by, I told you one trick, right? If I am talking about acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So I have 2 points with me, B and A. So whichever point is there in your velocity diagram, that point you have to consider as the center of rotation. For example, the point A was there in the velocity diagram, right? So you can go to this diagram. So it was, the link was like this, AB, right? So I told you that point A was there in the velocity diagram, B was not there, right? So we have to consider A as the center of rotation. So you have to go to this diagram, right? So here in this link, you can see point A is over here. So if you consider A as the center of rotation, the direction will be like this, right? So parallel to this direction, we have drawn this vector from A to X, over here, right? So what was this A to X? A to X was nothing but your radial component of acceleration, B with respect to A. Then what we did, we went on for the tangential component of acceleration for B with respect to A, right? So that tangential component, we know it is perpendicular to the link AB, right? Perpendicular to the link AB, and direction is also known in this direction, right? It is not in this direction because it is rotating in the anticlockwise direction. So parallel to this line, I have drawn from X, right? I have drawn from X and I have extended to the both the sides, right? So one side I have erased now, but you have to extend it on both sides because we don't know where the point B we are going to get, right? So we have extended, and then we finally drawn the vector for acceleration of B, absolute acceleration of the point B. And we know that absolute acceleration of the point B already given in the problem over here. So it will be like this, acceleration of B. So we have to draw parallel lines same in the acceleration diagram. So we started from the point O and we have drawn one parallel line to that, right? Which intersected our this line, which was our tangential acceleration, right? And we got a point B, right? So here you can see for link AB, I have to go from, just let me erase this portion. So I will show you at the center part over here. Right. So now to go from A to B, what path we have followed? Let's see. So we started with the point A, then we went to the X, right? Then we went above and we got a point B over here. Right? So, and then if you connect these things, if you connect this point B to point A, this is what, this is your acceleration of B with respect to A. And what was this? This was the tangential acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So radial, tangential, right? So, and this is your, sorry, it is not V over here, it is A over here, right? So now you can see the total acceleration of BA. This is your total acceleration, right? And this total acceleration will be addition of your tangential acceleration of BA and the radial acceleration of BA, right? And now we have to see now the velocity diagram. So let me complete this for link AB. This was our radial acceleration. This was our tangential acceleration, right? And this is our total acceleration of B with respect to A. right? Now just look at the velocity diagram, right? So we have taken the diagram same for the velocity and acceleration. So a rigid link AB we had taken, right? And we can see in the velocity diagram, to reach from A to B, we only require this vector, right? And what was that vector? This one. We reach from A to B with the help of one vector. But if you see, to reach A to B, here what we have done, we went from A to X, which is our radial component. Then we went from X to B, which is our tangential component. And then we connected these 2 points, A and B, which is our acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So this is the difference between the velocity diagram and the acceleration diagram, right? So please reply in the chat box whether it is clear or not, the difference between the velocity diagram and the acceleration diagram. Yes? Kindly reply in the chat box whether the acceleration diagram is clear to everybody. Okay, only one reply. What about others? I will show you one more way of drawing this acceleration diagram, because I told you that I was having the acceleration of A, I was having the acceleration of B. This was our absolute accelerations, right? And third one was acceleration of B with respect to A. So very simple, we have to take a point O, right? We have to take a point O. First, what we'll do, we'll cover these two absolute accelerations, right? We know the magnitude and direction for the point A. So what I will do first, I will go for the point A. So let me go somewhat down. So I've taken the point O over here. And then I will go for the point A. What is this? Acceleration of, absolute acceleration of the point A, right? Similarly, I will take the B also, because I know acceleration of A was given in this direction and B also is given in this direction, right? So this is acceleration of B. So to this I will draw a parallel line. Right. So what is this? This is our acceleration of B, but we don't know the magnitude for this, right? So what I will do, I will extend it on both the sides, as we don't know the magnitude, right? Then what is remaining? BA is remaining, right? And we know that we can have B and A point for this. And as I told you that we have to look for the point which is available in the diagram. So point A is available, point B is not available. So if A is available, A will be the center of rotation. So from, you have to go for this diagram again, you have to draw the link, right? If A is your center of rotation, right? So direction of this centripetal acceleration will be along the link and towards A, along the link towards A. If B is your center of rotation, right, then B will be center of rotation and direction will be towards B. But now what we are telling, that point A is available with us and we are writing acceleration of B with respect to A, right? So A will be the center of rotation and the direction of the centripetal acceleration will be towards the point A, right? So parallel to this line and towards the arrow, we have to draw a line starting from the vector A, right? So I will draw in this direction. Okay, so what is this? And know the magnitude, that's why I'm fixing this point X over here, right? So this is our radial component of B with respect to A, right? So radial is finished for AB. Now we are interested in the tangential component. So we know that tangential component will be perpendicular to this link AT of B with respect to A. So from X, what we'll do, we'll go now upward, right? And it will be perpendicular to this link, right? So we are going to draw parallel to this. Okay, so I will draw, start from the point X and I will draw so that it is going to intersect. Okay, so this is the point B I'm getting over here. So whatever unnecessary stuff is there, So we need to erase that. So this will go, and this is also going to. Okay, so point B we have got, and we can see now if we connect the point A to point B, we connect the point A to the point B, I'm going to get the total acceleration of the link AB. So this is our total acceleration. Okay. So I will shade the portion. Just a minute. See this triangle, right? So first we went from A to X for the radial acceleration. Then we went from X to B for the tangential acceleration, right? And our AB or small AB, I can say, is nothing but the total acceleration. Okay, small AB you can see over here. Okay, whether it is clear to everybody?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, how you fix point X?
Point?
How you fix point X, sir? Yes.
Point X, that's what I told you, that this is nothing but the radial acceleration for the link AB. And this radial acceleration, I'm assuming that I'm knowing it, because we know radial component is given by v square upon r, and we can calculate this radial acceleration. I've assumed that I know the radial acceleration, right? And calculating the magnitude by using this formula v square upon r, I have fixed the point X, right? Don't worry about that. We'll cover that in the numericals, then you will understand. Okay.
Okay, sir. What?
So magnitude was known, that's why I fixed the point X. Okay, now Aditya has one question, sir. For velocity diagram, VBA points towards B and for acceleration towards A. Just let me see what you're talking about. VBA points towards B. Okay, I've erased the velocity diagram. We'll draw it again. So it was from the point O. This is VA. Then this is VB. And for AB, perpendicular, this velocity of A, this velocity of B, and this is my velocity of A with respect to B. Okay, so now what you're talking, Aditi? Velocity of B with respect to A. Okay, velocity of B with respect to A. It will be like this. The velocity of B with respect to A points towards B. Okay. Then for acceleration towards A, where, Aditya, I don't see. If you see the total acceleration, I can draw it in the diagram. If you see the total acceleration.
Sir, means
Yes, Aditi, go ahead.
I haven't understood how to look at that arrow's direction, arrow pointing.
Arrow pointing for what? Tangential acceleration or radial acceleration?
Sir, please say that for all acceleration diagram.
Okay. Okay. Now everybody please concentrate. 100% concentration is required. I will again draw the acceleration diagram. I will take a point O now, right? I will take a point O. Okay. Now this is my acceleration A, right? The direction is already given in the question, so no worry about the acceleration of point A. For B also direction is given, so there is no worry about the B also. So what we'll do, we'll quickly draw these two directions in our acceleration diagram, right? So I've taken the point O. What I will do, I will draw acceleration of A, right? So this direction is clear to everybody, I think, because it is already given in the diagram, right? So this is O vector OA, right? Then we will target acceleration of B. The direction is already given. We have to go into that direction, right? Then I will draw acceleration of B over here, right? Now I know the direction, but magnitude is unknown. That's why I'm drawing in these two directions. Is it okay up to this, Aditi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now concentrate. Very 100% concentration is required for every student. Now what I have now two acceleration vectors. One is for point A and second one is for the point B, right? So this is for the point B over here, acceleration of B, right? Now I'm talking about now the third acceleration part, right? So what we had was, first was the acceleration of the point A, absolute acceleration. Second, we had acceleration of point B. Again, that is the absolute acceleration. Now I'm talking about acceleration of B with respect to A. That means relative acceleration of B with respect to A. Now, as I told you, for this, we have two components, right? We have two components. One component is the centripetal component or the radial component, AC or AR. And second one is the tangential component. So first we'll target this radial component. And if we talk about the radial component, the magnitude for the radial component is nothing but the V square upon R, right? And what about direction? As I told you, now just see very carefully. We are having the link AB with us. We are having the link AB with us. And we are talking about acceleration of B with respect to A. Acceleration of B with respect to A, right? Now, I have 2 points with me, B and A, okay? So trick was, we have to see the diagram and which point is available that we are going to see. So point B, if you consider it is, the point B is not available, but point A is available over here, right? So when I'm telling acceleration of B with respect to A, and if I have A point in my diagram, I'm going to consider point A as the center of rotation. Center of rotation, right? So when you decide that point A will be your center of rotation, you have to go back to your diagram. So this diagram, see this diagram, link AB is there, right? Now if I am considering point A as my center of rotation, we know the direction of radial acceleration is always along the link. Along the link है, लेकिन उसका जो डायरेक्शन होगा वो B की तरफ होगा या A की तरफ होगा, वो कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे हम? क्योंकि हमने डिसाइड किया कि A will be the center of rotation, so our direction will be towards the point A, right? In the link, it will be towards the point A in the link, right? Now here the link is pointing in this direction. In the same direction we have to draw the vector. इसी डायरेक्शन में हमें वेक्टर निकालना है. So हमारे पास पॉइंट कौन सा है? पॉइंट A है हमारे पास, right? So I'm not going to draw the vector like this because it will point in this direction, right? So what I have to do for radial acceleration, I have to point in the downward direction, right? Downward direction. Now see this and see this. Okay. So this is what my radial acceleration is. Now I was knowing the magnitude, so I can fix the point X over here for the radial component. So this is acceleration of A, or I can say B with respect to.
For acceleration diagram, we pointed away from the A.
For acceleration diagram, can you repeat, Aditi?
We pointed away from the small A.
Yeah, we are pointing towards it. Don't think about away or towards. We have to draw in this direction what we are getting over here, right? If I had considered B, A with respect to B, right? If I had considered A with respect to B, and if I have B point here instead of A, then what I will consider B as the center of rotation. So when I consider B as the center of rotation, then what I need to do, this is my link AB. Now B is the center of rotation. So what I will do, I will point my arrow towards the point B, right? In this diagram, then how I can draw? I can draw like this, because here I can see the direction is in this direction, towards B is there. So we have to draw in this direction, right? So don't confuse about towards and away. right? In acceleration diagram, you have to keep this in mind, right? So I have to start from the point B, sorry, from the point A. I know the point A is over here, and A will be my center of rotation when I'm talking about B with respect to A. So if A is center of rotation, I have to look into the diagram again. So this is my point A and B. If A is my center of rotation, so your arrow should always point towards the A. And in the same direction, you have to draw your radial acceleration component. Okay. Now last thing, now we know that tangential acceleration is perpendicular to the link AB, right? So you have to draw a line which is perpendicular to the link, this AB, right? So I will start from here and I will draw it like this. So this is perpendicular and it is intersecting over here. So this is the point B over here. Okay, I will erase the other parts. And finally, what I'm going to do, this is my radial component AR, right? This is my tangential component AT. And if I join this A to B directly, I will get what? The total acceleration of, if I'm drawing the arrow like this, it will be acceleration of A with respect to B. If I draw the arrow like this will be acceleration of B with respect to A. Okay. So you have to remember one thing, that in velocity diagram, if we are talking about the link AB, we have only one vector. But in acceleration diagram, if we are talking about a link AB, then we have to consider two vectors, one for the radial and another for the tangential component. And then if we join the endpoints of A and B, we are going to get the total acceleration. Right? So please reply in the chat box quickly. And remember one thing, the very first time you're not going to get everything, right? So same thing happened during the velocity diagram. When we started with the velocity diagram, I think most of the students were confused about the directions and all other things, right? But when we started with the numericals, right? So most of the students understand how to draw the velocity diagram. The same is with the acceleration diagram. We are just at the start of the acceleration diagram, so don't worry. So whatever you have understood, keep with you, and whatever you have didn't understood, that will try to cover it in during the numericals. Okay, so please reply in the chat box. At least those who have not well understood, at least 70% or 60% you have understood. Please reply in the chat box. Okay, now everything depends upon the numerical that we are going to solve, right? So in the next lecture, we are going to solve a numerical in which both velocity diagram and acceleration diagram we need to draw. And I request everybody to please don't remain absent for that lecture, right? Once you understand one numerical in the next lecture, the another numericals are very similar to that numerical. Only you have to understand the concept. Right? So once you understand the concept, any problem from the unit number 3, you will be able to solve. Okay. So in the next lecture, we'll see that one numerical in which we are going to see both velocity and acceleration. Okay. So now you can start mentioning present in the chat box for the attendance. Anybody having doubt, they can ask the doubt in the chat box or they can unmute themselves.